So, welcome back. This is Vanlife Rox channel, subject to change. But for now, I'm sitting in the White Devil Dodge Ram van, just gathering ideas. I figured I'd make a quick video, just a kind of an update on where I'm at with things. I'm sitting in the van right now, just kind of collecting ideas on how I want to build this out. And so in my last video, I kind of did the introduction to what I'm doing. This one, I'm kind of just wanting to let people know that I'm still very much active. I'm still here. I'm just, I'm in a phase of what I call during this recycled build, you know, using all found materials and cheap materials and anything I can find to build this out with. So I'm hitting the marketplace, using Facebook Marketplace, looking for anybody who's donating wood, anybody who's donating supplies, anything I can build in materials with, cabinets, dressers, tables, chairs, anything made out of wood that I can either cut up and reuse, repurpose, or anything that I can just use furniture wise inside the van, you know, that kind of thing. So I had actually found at a donation site a bunch of flooring material, minus the wood for the flooring, but I got the insulation for the flooring. I've got the, it's like a padding material. So that's kind of cool. I found it, and it looks like it's enough to do the job, so that's cool. I just got to find flooring, so some wood. I'm still trying to decide how I'm going to insulate this thing, using, you know, either foam or a spray-on or whatever like that. I haven't come that far. I'm a little nervous about giving up that extra like little inch or two of space on each side and, you know, up top side here. So I'm a little, I don't like giving up inches, you know. So I'm trying to figure that out. So that's kind of what I'm doing is right now I'm just kind of gathering ideas, gathering materials. I have a donation of a bunch of wooden boards, plus I'm taking some of my other project builds and tearing those up and using the wood from that. So I have a few ideas. I got a lot of wood now. I'm looking for more plywood for planks, you know, making beds. Getting to that. So on this build, I have ideas. I want to make, because it's so big, I almost don't want to remove the bench seat that's already supplied in here, because that kind of makes a good office, kitchen-y, hangout, lounge area. Also good for filming these videos as like a vlog thing. Right now I'm in the back of the van. But what I'm talking about is kind of more towards the middle front of the van, behind the driver's seat, as a, you know, the second row passenger. And that's kind of for a shorter person, or for someone who just kind of wants to day nap, like a love seat kind of thing. It's just big enough to kind of kick back and lounge on. So it works. It works as a sleeping area for like a child. And I'm thinking that's where I'm going to put like the refrigerator and the, you know, things like that. So I might be building my kitchen and plumbing up in the front half of the van, but I'm also kind of considering the back half of the van. I don't know. I don't really know yet, and that's why I'm here. I'm sitting in the back of the van trying to gather ideas. For my personal purposes, if I'm building this out for me and my family's uses, I want to make as much bedding as possible. I've got 4 kids, you know, and technically 6 kids I take care of. So in order for me to use this, like say like a weekend camper or something like that, I've got to have enough bedding for everybody. So that's kind of what I'm doing, is building this to where I have hideaway beds for short people, you know, little people. Bedding that can be multi-purposed. So like it folds away and it's out of the way, but it can come down or something, so it makes that extra sleeping space. I believe with my design, I have enough for a couple adults and a bunch of kids. How many is kind of, we're working on that. I like the idea of a bunk bed system, but because this is not a high-rise, you know, a high roof van, I don't know if I'm going to be able to pull that off so well. But I do like the idea of a bunk system, so I'm thinking about that. I also found some gym mats, which was kind of neat, so I'm trying to get some ideas on what to do with gym mats. It's like a trifold gym mat, so that could maybe work out because it's already trifold. I can maybe use that as a hideaway bed / couch sitting area. I'm thinking about that. Or I'm thinking about just cutting it right down each section and have 3 sections of padding that I can use as the mattresses for 3 little kiddo beds kind of thing. So I'm thinking about that. Because this is, if this is, say for me, bedding is going to be important to have all my family. Which under bed storage is where all the storage is going to be. Kitchen's not the priority for me. I'm not much of a cook. But, water's essential. I kind of like the back half of the back like little quarter panel of the van has a nice room for a bath area. So I'm thinking like something a little more than a poo bucket, a lugaloo or anything like that. I'm thinking like a little kind of composty toilet thing or something kind of nice like that with a showery kind of, gravity shower bag, solar shower, that kind of thing. So I'd like to keep that space for like a built-in bathroom kind of thing, because that's kind of nice to have in your home, right? Instead of having to use gas stations or rest stops or anywhere you can find, right? So that's kind of where I'm at with that. How to keep the space I need, but also have it double purposed, so I can have multiple people stay in the van with me if it's time. But I'm also having the challenge number 2 for me is this could be my flip vehicle to get something bigger, better, stronger, newer, something like that. Because I did get rid of the Crimson Avenger, and that's what I was living out of. This is kind of my new living situation. So I'm kind of building it for myself, but I want to build it in a way that I can sell it with either the idea that it's built for more like a family, or that it's easy to tear out the extra bedding stuff or hide it, so to speak, and use it in other ways. Now I've seen some neat things on some RVs where your dining area can, have your table drop and be like the bed support. I thought about that. I thought about bunk bed system. So I'm working on some of those ideas. I'm going to put some images in this throughout of what I'm finding and what I'm using. Where I'm going to end up with it ultimately is, I don't know which direction we're going. Right now we're just in the collecting the materials phase, however long that takes me, because this is a cost-effective way, and the tricks I use, what I have up my sleeve, is usually just asking for donations, going around and like construction sites and asking those people if they've got any scrap wood they can chuck my way, anything like that. That's usually kind of hasn't been too successful for me. I've more or less had more success going to donation sites and finding stuff, or going straight to the marketplace and just looking for, typing in free wood. There's people that give away free pallet wood and sometimes free lumber. So I've done that. And that's been a little more successful for me so far. But this is a process that's going to take some time. It doesn't all just come to you all at once. So as I find free materials, that's how I build this out. So that's how I'm finding what I'm looking for, and then build my ideas off of that. In my last Crimson Avenger build, like my second or third video, I found this really nice shelf system that like folded open into like a big desk, and I thought that was going to be my kitchen, but however, that got left behind. It didn't fit in the van at the time, so I left that behind, and now I don't have it, so I can't use it. That kind of sucks, because it was really built solid. It was awesome wood. It was strong. It had that multi-purpose to it, but it gave me the idea, and that's why I recorded that video, so I can not forget that idea. I look back on it and go back to that idea, revisit that idea, and see if I can do anything with it. So that being said, we're getting ready to do this. Don't expect these videos to be rolling out like every day, but this is kind of trying to be a daily van life vlog kind of deal. But the builds are going to be, the build videos for it are probably going to be spaced out based on the materials that come in. Because like I said, the challenge is not to have to spend much money on the build. Now, I will spend money on things like the electronics that go into it, maybe the solar, the this, little dollar store type things like it sinks, anything that enhances the living conditions of it will most likely come out of pocket, or dirt cheap. Find used, go to thrift stores, go to the marketplace, and just try to find things that are being given away, used, that kind of thing. So that's what I'm doing. That is the challenge of this van life of mine, is to build these out as cheaply as humanly possible based on freebies. As many freebies as I can get, and sticking to that build idea. And I want to showcase at the end a completed design that's built from all scrap, freebie, recycled, found materials, and prove that you can still build a really awesome, mega home on wheels for next to nothing. I've seen people do it on as low budget as like $500. I've seen people do it like $3,000. I've seen those videos where it's like $20,000 dumped into it, kind of thing. I don't have that kind of money to spend, and even if I did, where's the fun in that? Where's the challenge for me to just go out and buy and build? I want to make this channel about doing it on the most cost-effective way. Now, those who have money, sure, that's great. Those who have extra money to just buy some stuff and use other recycled stuff, that's great. But for me, that's my personal challenge, and it's also within my budget. So building this van out of recycled everything is the goal. Do it as cheap as possible and profit when I flip it as much as possible, so I can get to the next one and hopefully in better condition, newer, that kind of thing, less mileage, maybe a raised roof, whatever is the next build, and do that. That's kind of the idea, is we're flipping them, we're living in them, flipping in them, living in them, flipping in them. That's where I'm going with this channel for those watching. And thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, do that kind of thing, because there's a lot planned for this channel. Plus there's also, if you are paying attention to this video, I've got the Firebird that I'm working on. I've got other sports cars I'll be flipping and working on throughout this project to kind of build up my funding for it as well. So stay tuned for some of that. When these videos roll out, like I said, are as is. The vlog styles, I'll try to keep these almost as regular as I can, but hopefully daily. I can't promise nothing right now. My life is pretty tight. I've got 2 channels I'm running, and I'm doing the acting thing, which is my other channel, covers all that. So with that being said, I'm a very busy guy. I've also got to make my money, pay my rent, and that kind of stuff, because I'm not full-time just yet. I was, but now I'm not. So, that's what we're doing. Thanks for watching. Hit like and subscribe. There's plenty more content coming, and you're going to see this channel grow through the growth of recycling materials. Thank you.